Good morning and welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing today? I hope you're well. It's good to have you back. Today we'll be looking at the topic that says the Hebrew language of the Igbo people, the word Okoro. Okoro. Alright. Now, in the Igbo language, there's a word known as Okoro. Now, Okoro in the Igbo language, it is used when naming young male children, and it is also a word that comes up in traditional settings a lot. Okay, so that's the word Okoro. Now, the meaning of the word particularly, Okoro generally refers to any male, okay? Okoro, a man generally. But specifically, you will use it to refer to a young man, a youth, a lad, a boy, or like a very, very little boy, a baby boy, okay? Okoro covers, all of these age classifications. It's just like a very generic name, okay? The word is very popular in usage, okay? However, when you go into the origin of this word or the background of this word in the Igbo language, you start to see something else. Now, generally, within the Igbo settings, it is a fact that there are a lot of words that are not even originally Igbo at the initial point, but this is not common knowledge, however. It is only people who study the language well that can pinpoint some of these things. Now, Okoro happens to fall under this kind of classification. Originally, the word was not an Igbo word or even Hebrew at all. The word is actually coming in from the Greek lexicon. The word came in from an extended contact with Greek people. Now, if you go into the history of the Igbo people, another knowledge that is not very common is that the Igbo people has had interactions with a lot of nations that are not even found within their immediate space. Now, the Igbo people primarily today are found within Western Africa, but when you look at the history and the language of the Igbo people, you see evidence of contact with the Greeks. We've talked about contact with the Roman Empire severally on this channel. There's also been contact with Arameans. There's contact with several other, groups of people that you find far away from the Igbo location today. Now, Okoro being a Greek word, in the Greek language, is not rendered as Okoro. It is rendered as Koros. Koros, okay. But coming into the Igbo lexicon and being in the Igbo lexicon for more than 2,000 years, the word has changed a bit. So we the Igbo people call it Okoro. The word is Koros. It's the same meaning, in the Greek language. It means a man, a young man, a lad, a small boy. That's just what the word means. Koros is the word. It is purely Greek, okay? But now the word Okoro came into the Igbo language due to an extended contact with the Greek people while the Igbo people were still in the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. That's about 2,300 years ago, thereabout. That is exactly the period when the Igbo people had contact, with the Greeks over there in the Levant region today. Okay, so that is how that word came into the Igbo language. So this is where we'll be leaving it for today. In the next video, we're going to be looking at another word like this that came into the vocabulary of the Igbo people from another nation, a totally different nation that many people do not even know about, but the word is firmly used in the Igbo language today. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for staying with me. Bye for now.